Dear learners, how are you? I hope you are having a great time. At the same time, I believe you are very busy with TOLC exam preparation. So to help you, I came here again with problem number 21 to 30, and this is going to be our tutorial number 3 on mental logic section. So those of you still couldn't download mental logic practice materials, please check the description box of this video. You will find a Google Drive link. So if you check the link, you can download TOLC related practice materials. So I would suggest you to join my Telegram channel, because most of the cases I post there updated information and also sometimes important information that you should know. So if you join my Telegram channel, you will be updated. Last but not least, please subscribe my channel if you still didn't, and like, share with your friends. Also, if you don't if you confused or have any questions, please write me in comment section, or you can write me my email address, tolcprep@gmail.com. okay, also you can write me in Telegram. So let's start. So we'll start with problem number 21. Okay, I keep it here. This is our problem number 21. Okay, first of all, let's read this problem. So on the occasion of the primary elections of choosing the Burgundy Prime Minister candidate, each of the 7 candidates is sure to place among the top 3 in votes. So how many candidates are there? 7 candidates, and all of them are sure to place among the top 3 in votes. That means if we draw a hierarchy position like this, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, that means this is position number 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So all of them, according to the statement, all of them believe that, or kind of sure that they will be among the top 3 on the boards, right? This top 3 position. So they all believe they will be on this top 3. Denying this statement means affirming that. So if we don't believe this statement, then what it is actually, we have to find out from the options, like what could be the correct answer if we deny the statement. So let's read first. Option number A, there is at least one candidate who is afraid of being among the 3 least voted. So least voted means from here, like from bottom position 5 6 and 7. So at least one candidate who is afraid, or kind of thinking that he's gonna be last on, or number 6 position. So yes, that could be right. Of course, there might be someone like if we deny this statement, then of course it's kind of true that someone may be afraid, or maybe thinking differently, maybe thinking that they can be least position, or 3 least position. So there can be more than one people, or 2 or 3 or 4. So at least one. So this can be right. Let's check furthermore, then we can choose the best options. Option B, there is at least one candidate who is not sure being among the top 3 most voted. Yes, this also seems correct, and I think this options is more logical than first one. Why? Because we're here all 7 candidates sure that they are going to position number I mean in between 1 and 3, but we are denying that. So that means some of them, at least one candidate who is not sure of being among the top 3, right? This seems more logical. So this can be answer. Let's read out others. Some of the 7 candidates are sure to place among the top 3 most voted. So this cannot be correct. Why? Because some of the 7 candidates are sure top 3 most voted. This is yeah, this statement also could be right. Like here on the statement it was saying that all of them, but here we are saying not all but some of them are sure to place among the top 3 most voted. This also could be correct. Every candidate is sure not to place among the top 3 most voted. We can't say like that. So every candidate is sure. If we deny this statement, it doesn't mean that all of 7 candidates are kind of sure they are not among the top 3 most voted. So that's not logical. We can simply denying this statement by option B. Okay, so let's read last one. Each of the 7 candidates is afraid of being among the 3 least voted. Each of the 7 candidates, okay, so all of 7 candidates can be afraid. That's also not logical. This is an election. We have to think that all of them can't think they will be last in the last position. That's actually not logical. So this statement simply we can deny by the option B. That's more logical, and I believe you will be agree with me. So I will select this option correct. Others like 65, I can put like 10% possibility to be right, and here this also 10%, and 80% I will put B option. Okay, so it's my prioritize. If you have different opinion, I welcome you, and please write me in comment section if you have different opinion. So this is problem number 22, and this problem I have solved in CISIA practice materials. When I solved CISIA practice materials, so I solved these problems. Please watch that video. I linked them in description box. Also I will add in card so you can check them there. So let's move on. Given that those who listen to rock or blues music are not tone deaf, Agenore is not tone deaf, those who listen to blues music do not win the lottery. So these are the 3 statements. Let's read furthermore. Which of the following conclusions cannot be drawn from the previous premises? So here are the tricks. Which of the following conclusions cannot be drawn, that means cannot be stated from these previous 3 statements? So let's study again those 3 statements. Let's understand. So first statement was, who listen rock or blue music, they are not tone deaf. Okay, second statement was, Agenore is not tone deaf. So Agenore is not tone deaf. So that means we can conclude that Agenore can listen either rock or blue music because he is not a tone deaf. That means there is a possibility that he can listen either rock or blue music, no problem for him. Third statement is this those who listen to blues music do not win lottery. So this is completely different from previous one, but there is links. Here is the blue music, that means it links the first statement. So we can say that those who listen blue music, they do not win the lottery. Okay, so now we have to find out which conclusion cannot be drawn. That means there are 4 correct conclusion and 1 incorrect conclusion. So we have to find out this incorrect conclusion, which one is incorrect. So let's read. It is impossible for a genre to listen to blues. So here it's impossible. Okay, that means it's negative for a genre to listen blues. But what we can see from here, when we analyzed it, a genre is not tone deaf. That means he can listen either rock or blues or nothing, right? But we can't say, we cannot enforce or surely say that it's impossible. Actually, it's possible. So these options is wrong. That means this can be our answer. But let's check with further checking. Option B, a tone deaf person does not listen to rock music. That's true. We already know a tone deaf person cannot listen to rock music. So this is true. It is possible that a genre does not win the lottery. Yes, it's possible. When it's possible, if a genre listen blue music, in that case he cannot win a lottery, because we already know that who listen blue musics, they do not win the lottery. So this also correct statement. Those who win the lottery do not listen to blues. This also correct. It is not excluded that a genre listen to rock. Yes, it's not excluded. A genre can listen rock too. So our option is A, which is incorrect. That means correct answer. Let's move on to our next problem. Dear learners, problem number 24. I have some confusion about the questions. I am not fully aware of this statement, and I am not sure whether this translation is correct or not. So I will solve it in later tutorials. Please stay tuned. However, here the translation. If you can solve it, you're most welcome. Please write the answer on comment section. So let's move on to our next problem. Here, number 25. Mistress QKX was strangled, means killed, in her own living room. Commissioner ZYW doesn't believe that the murder suspect did not go to the victim's house during the time interval in which she lost her life. So it can be deduced that, and one more thing, the murdered suspect who vehemently defends himself by declaring his innocence. That means he defends himself, saying that he didn't kill Mistress QKX. Okay, so the one thing, like here the commissioner who actually doesn't believe, we can simply this negative we can cancel, and also we can cancel this negative, then it becomes positive. Like Mr. Commissioner believed that murder suspect, here we can write went to instead of go went to the victim's house during the time intervals. So commissioner is suspecting that the murder, like someone who was arrested, let's say, he went the room where Mr. QKX was killed. But like when someone lost her life, it does, and if someone go her or someone's room, it doesn't mean that he or she is the killer, right? Someone randomly go there during her killing time, or maybe when she's losing her life. So let's study the options and we'll find out what we can conclude. The suspect is definitely not guilty. We cannot say that. We cannot say certainly anything, so that means this cannot be answer. Commissioner ZYW is convinced that the suspect did not go to the victim's house during the time interval in which she lost her life. So by this statement, I mean the commissioner's statement here, we cannot say that, because in the statement commissioner wasn't convinced, so this cannot be our answer. For Commissioner ZYW, the suspect is certainly not guilty. No, by the statement it cannot be said. We can't say anything by certain. Option D, the suspect is definitely guilty. Again, it's a certainty, so we can cancel it. So only option left is E. Commissioner ZYW does not rule out that the suspect strangled Mr. QKX. That could be right. Yes, so that is our correct answer. Okay, so this problem I have solved it when I solve TOLC-I CISIA practice materials. So please see my previous videos and you will find this problem. So I can move on to our next problem here. This problem also I solved in the same tutorials. You can find that tutorial in description box. Please check it. Okay, so let's solve this problem 28. This problem is interesting. To number the pages of a book. So this number means numbering, it's a verb here. A total 3301 digits have been used. That means to number that books, they require 300301 number of digits. We have to find out how many pages the book has. So it's not necessary to find out exact page number, but we can say, or we can guess a range. It's easier to find. So let's do it. We have to find out which one is correct. So to better understanding, I prefer to draw a table for you. So page, range, and digits. So let's consider page number 1 to 9. There are in total 9 pages, and for numbering a single pages in between this range, we need only 1 digits. So this total 9 pages need 9 digits. From 10 to 99, we need, there are total 90 pages. So each pages requires 2 digits, therefore 180 digits. So certainly we can say if our book has 100 pages, that means we need 189 digits to numbering. Next we can write 100 to 999. and there are 900 pages. Each pages requires 3 digits for numbering. That means total digits requires 2700. Let's take into account another range, that is 1000. We don't need to take a big number, just 1500. Then let's see. So in this case we have 501 number of pages and each of them requires 4 digits. So in total 2004 number of digits it needs. So the book, if the book has, let's say 999 pages, then we need how many of digits? We can just simply sum it, then it will be 9, 8, 8. So it's 2889. Okay, and if our book has 1500, let's say 1500 pages, then let's sum again this 2004, then obviously it becomes more than 5000 or more than 4500, right? We don't need to sum it, we can see it. So if our book has 1500, then this number, number of digits that we record, that actually exceed the given number. So given number was 3301. So we can guess, like this number 3000 is more than this number and less than this number. Therefore we can guess our book has page number in between this range, 1000 to 1500. So our answer is option E. Let's move on to our next problem. Okay, 29. Let's read it out. A Margolian, observing that half of Tondoloni are compliant, half of Margiolani are stubborn, half of Margiolani are complained. I'm really confused about what does it mean, whether this is a name of place or name of country or name of any ethnic group. I'm confused about that. So I'm going to skip this problem, but you are welcome to solve it if you wish to, and let me know the answer. I'm sorry, but sometimes like translation doesn't work because there are some cultural and local influence of the questions, so it's really hard to translate them and it's really difficult to understand the exact meaning, so I have to skip sometimes. Let's move on to problem number 30. So this problem also I have solved before, so check my CISIA TOLC-I practice materials, logic practice section. I solved this problem. We can move on to 31. It was not my plan to solve problem number 31, as we skip many problems and also some of them we solved in our previous video. So let's move on to 31. So in this problem we can see here there are 5 people with different financial situation. Oronjo is richer than Rocco, so we can write Oronjo, who is richer than Rocco, whose wealth is more modest than Silvio. So whose means here Oronjo. So Oronjo has less wealth than Silvio, and Silvio in turn is wealthier than Piero. So Silvio is wealthier than Piero. Quirino is less well off than Piero. Okay, another relationship between Piero and Quirino. So Quirino has less wealth. That means we can write in this line, same line, we can put Q here. Q has less than P, right? But wealthier than Oronjo. Now they are saying this Q, like Quirino, has much wealth than Oronjo. That means Q greater than O. So if Q has more than Oronjo or O, so from the first relationship we can see Oronjo has more than Rocco. That means simply we can write the same relationship here. Now let's find out the answer. Who is the third in order of wealth? So it's very simple, Q. So our option is E. So let's move on to next problem. Considering the following chain of proposition, it can be deduced that, so here the proposition, only engineers are reliable people. Some reliable people are involved in politics. So let's consider a municipality or a county or a country, whatever you think, where total number of people are 100, and among them some people are engineers. So we can say 20 number of people who are engineers. So some reliable people. So this 20 engineers, according to this statement, are reliable people, right? Some reliable people are involved in politics. So among these numbers, some of them, it could be 10, 5, are involved in politics. So answer is very easy in this case. Nothing can be deduced. Obviously this is not the right answer. No engineer is involved in politics. Of course not. There must be some engineers. Anyone involved in politics is not reliable person. We can't say that. Some engineers are involved. Of course, instead of engineers we can use some reliable people, because only engineers are reliable people here. Therefore this is the correct answer. And all engineers are involved in politics, we cannot say that, because in the statement it's already written some. Therefore option E also not correct. So our correct answer is D. I think for today we can stop here. So that's all for today. Please let me know your comment, and if you didn't understand anything, or if you have any doubt or any opinion, please write me in comment section. So see you in next tutorials. So have a good time. Thank you so much for watching my videos.